Hello everyone and welcome to some more Blueprints after about a week of not playing it. Basically, I'm still attempting to get consistent with going live. Like, you know, the goal is every day or mostly every day. We're still trying to get there, but I was live, I think it was last Tuesday and today's Friday. So I was just thinking, technically I've been live at least one day for the past 3 weeks, I think. So if I don't go live today, then I lose that. So I thought, let's just quickly jump on. Or after, I know in the start bit it says 12 till 4. It is 20 past 4 now. So technically we're after hours, but I just wanted to jump on and show people that I'm alive. Hopefully there'll be a video tonight or tomorrow. I don't actually know. It's at that stage where I can't actually tell how long it's going to take to finish. But the goal is it'll be up very soon. And then I have everything planned out for next week. I know I keep saying that, but this is like, you know, it's go time. So, 21 hours and 11 minutes in to Blueprints. And let's just... Why does it look so bad quality? And I think that's just on... Yeah, let's just pretend everything's fine, and hopefully it will be. Yeah, okay. So, the goals... Oh, you know, actually I should also get up Obsidian. I've never actually used it. I've never opened it while I'm live, so this could be a disaster. Never mind. Okay, so we can see we have our Blueprints workspace with our to-do list. So these are all the things that we would like to do. There's a safe code that we got. Some screenshots that I got. Some of the chess pieces. Where the envelopes are. So, you know, to-do list, I want to add in that in every space, because that is kind of, that's the goal that I would like to do next, because that's something that's kind of simple to just say. Can I move this? I'm just going to mess it up. Yeah, that's something that's like simple to kind of work towards, and then on the way we'll get other stuff because we will inevitably fail at it. Okay, what I'm saying is, so if I minimize this, there you go. So yeah, I would like to go to every room in the house and after them there, and that will get us a trophy. And again, along the way, we're just gonna do like whatever we can do. So let's start with the left, as we like to do. Well, let's go left then up, then left then down. So that's perfect. Either the parlor or the pantry. The parlor gets us closer to a trophy. So what I'm actually gonna do, chess pieces have to be. So the parlor, it's actually gonna be really annoying to remember. Have I done the parlor? You know, like anytime I get somewhere new, I'm gonna have to remember, have I done this? But I guess that is just kind of how it's gonna work. So we've got our 2 wind-up keys and an apple. And the gems are in this box. Okay? The gems are in a box next to this box. And the gems are in the blue box. Yeah, I keep saying that I'm gonna be live tomorrow. You know, like the goal is like every day, or mostly every day. But I believe it's been 10 days. I think it was last Tuesday, and I realised that I haven't been live this week. So if I'm only be live today for maybe like an hour and a half. Yeah, I know. I feel I know I'm going to say that, but like next week I'll be live more. You know. Yeah, I realised that if I don't go live today, then technically I've missed a whole week. So I'm jumping in, just so I can say that, you know, we're live weekly. Yeah, so I don't actually have like a cut-off for today, so, but it will be like maybe like about 2 hours, so, or it will be less than 2 hours, I mean. But that's still plenty of time. You know, if you think of it, that's 10% of our whole playthrough, so we can see what happens. And we do have we're starting with a parlor puzzle, so the gems are in this box. So let's say that this is correct. Then that means one of these has to be false. So that means this would not be false. Yeah, okay, so if this is if the gems are in this box, then that means this is also true, which means this is false, but this is saying that they're in the blue box, so that can't be correct. So that means this has to be false. So the gems are not in here. And that also means that the gems are not in here. So that means that the gems are in one of them, but it's not in the blue one, so it's in the black one. Okay, see, we're back. We're back. But yeah, Matt, I should hopefully be live on Monday, like, for you. It's just so annoying. Like, I keep on, like, scheduling stuff, and then I never stick with it. You know, I need to get better, like, consistency. Especially, I don't think I've not uploaded a video in about a month at this point as well. So, hopefully, I'll have a video this weekend, and I'm also hoping to get one on Wednesday, and then again on, like, next weekend. And I mean, I do say this a lot where I'm like, I don't upload for ages, and then I go, like, you know, I'll be uploading 3 videos next week, but I mean, that is the plan. Okay, so we have the pond in here. So we just continue, I think. So we want to get a left turn, which is only the courtyard. So I guess we just do it. We're to get the courtyard on the left, isn't it? You know, it's more common on the east wing. Yeah, the plan is, I would like to finish this. I don't actually know how much I'll play, because obviously I feel like at some point it is going to get... I'm not going to be making like any build this at all. You know, we're going to leave the key so we can go in here. Observatory, because that's a... Oh, I think that's not actually a dead end. Okay, it doesn't matter, but... yeah, because I've had it planned. There's 5 games that I missed last year that all have platinums that only take about 2 or 3 hours. And the plan is, I would like to... On like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I'll get a platinum on each day. And you know, the games should be doable to play in one full sitting. Then I'm like, I don't want to take time off from blueprints. So I kind of... Okay, sure, let's get some possible at some point. Yeah, that's good. Because I started watching it again now. Obviously I said that I watched it up until I got like spoiler points. Up to episode 16. That's a lot as well, because they're like 2 or 3 hours each, aren't they? I think I only got up to like episode 4. But I did skip to the gallery. I wanted to see how they solved it. And it was like they did it all in they do it in like 20 minutes. And you're like, wow. Okay, so I think that's the apple. So that's safe. This is 2, so this is like the key or the gem or something. Yeah, okay, the chest. This seems... I think they're all safe. I think that we could probably do maths to work out. I think this is the key. Yeah. And then this is the gem. The steps, okay. Yeah, it is funny as well watching them play, because they obviously, like, they know puzzle games. But they don't... Well, they know puzzles, but they don't know games, and I think that's the interesting thing to see, like, what things they just don't understand. And then what things they get, like, bang on. Okay, so the 5 games... Because I think I have more than 5 games, but we've got Henry Halfhead, which I actually got a code for back in October. I never played. Time Flies, which there's no platinum on that one, but that one's only meant to take like an hour. What was there? I think I've got Duck Detective, but I'm not sure if that was on, because I think that's actually... I have the one that came out 2 years ago. I don't actually have the new one yet. I do have a list on my phone. Yeah, then we've got Ooh, which I actually bought and installed. I guess I could probably just look here. Yeah, Ooh. I think that's the only one here, actually. I got Cassette Boy, that came out this year, and I think that's meant to be like 15 hours, but I think that will be fun at some point to play. Yeah, Ooh, Time Flies, Henry Halfhead. I've got, Is This Seat Taken? That's on PC, but I think, you know, that'll still be... I think that's actually meant to be a bit longer, but that'll be like a fun, kind of easy puzzle game. Well, not easy, but it's like, you know, Blueprints is like so complicated compared. And then I also got the Monument Valley collection, which obviously they're much older, but apparently they all take about 2 hours to get the platinum for, and you know, you get like 3, like, you know, there's like 3 separate games, so that is more than 5. So I'll need to work out if there's a way I can kind of organize them, or just kind of kick off the ones that aren't as into this. But I think maybe Henry Halfhead is a bit more, you know, I think that will be... I don't think that's actually meant to be like a puzzle game. You just kind of like do things, and I think that one might be a bit less into this and to actually watch, because it will be me just seeing things, I guess. Yeah, it's funny. Yeah, they've been playing Blueprints for like a year now at this point. And yeah, I remember when Cassette Boy came out and it was like the first good game of the year. And then it seems like, I think it seems like it wasn't actually as good as the original hype. Obviously people liked it, but... Okay, and see, this is the interesting thing, because I've been watching Cryptic, I'm like getting things that I missed, because I didn't realise when you unlock the Black Bridge Grotto, you can access the lab every single day, like early as well, which I think is like so powerful, like not overpowered, but it's like, because the lab is what allows you to get allowance the most easily, I believe. And so whenever I get the lab, I get excited. But I've never realised that the whole time I've had this, I could have always had the lab. And obviously it wasn't always, and that's the thing too as well, because sometimes you get the lab at the end of a day, and then you're like, okay, well, I can't actually do any of these things because I've done them. But like whenever you spend 2 or more gems, we gain 3 gold. Dig plus allowance is a good combo, yeah. What I'm thinking, for each bedroom you draft after your second, we can add 3 aquariums, and aquariums count as a bedroom. And I just that sounds so kind of like fun. You know, I mean, like, we've not got any good ones, and that is just kind of interesting. I don't know what happens if you get a bunch of, like, I've never actually had a copy of a room. You know, I've only ever had one of each, which I believe the Hall of Mirrors lets you copy. But let's just do that, and then we'll add 3 aquariums, and then we'll see. I mean, the good thing about aquariums as well is they are a T-shape, so even if we do just get spammed with them, they're good enough to fill out the space. Okay, so let's go back this way. See, we did get the lab, and at this point, it's actually kind of pointless. I do like this store room here. You know, it's not good for space, but it's not bad. And then we do have a pawn in here. Yeah, so Matt, like, yeah, so we have got a bunch of things to kind of work towards, but keep it simple. What I'm aiming to do is just get the way for filling out every section of the board, and then along the way we can kind of get things going. See, now I'm like, so I'm not sure how we're meant to play, because I think the garage is kind of good here because it can only be used here, whereas if I get the corridor, that could show up in other places, and you know, I'm using it, so I can't use it anywhere else. Whereas the garage, if I put it down, it's down, and then but it's just then I have to like work around it. But I do think it's possible, and also, I mean, the thing with this Philadelphia is that it is going to pop at some point. So even if we, you know, if we mess up and fail it, it doesn't actually matter. This is the 3rd time this month. See, the 3rd time is underlined. And I don't know what that means. You know, it could be like if you get the... Yeah, we did. It took me ages. Because what I did... I think you missed that as well. But basically, I don't want to like use actual hints. I don't want to like Google cool stuff. So I asked someone like who lives with me, can you Google it, and then kind of... Wait, because actually at first, because they actually played the game a little bit. So at first I just asked them, like, have you done this puzzle? Can you help a little bit? And they hadn't done it. So then we looked at it together, and we still couldn't get it. And then I asked them to Google it and then hint me towards it. And I got to the point where I was like, okay, I think I understand it now. So I'm going to go on, like, and honestly, I thought I understood it so well that I actually had it, even though I made sure he didn't tell me the answer. So then I could come on Twitch and kind of work out the last section. And the silver key. Okay, so yep, that's useful. Yeah, and then I went in and I was like, okay, I understand the puzzle, let's just do it. And it took me like maybe half an hour because I realised I did not understand it. But then I did have some people in Twitch chat, and I did the same kind of thing with them where I was like, okay, I understand most of it. Can you guys just tell me, is it this thing? You know, like slowly hit me towards it. And we did eventually manage to get it. And it was so funny because it was so much more simpler than I thought it was. Like I was doing like maths to, you know, like if we count how many men there are and multiply it by the amount of women, okay, well actually there's like small women and small men, so we only count some of them. And I was like, okay, you just count them all, and then you do it. Okay, so I think getting the office is good because then we could do the chess puzzle. However, we also have to find the other queen, which could happen. But I believe that the leadership chamber only appears in the west, which is kind of locked off. So I think I might just do the... I don't know. Because, oh, we do get a gem back, don't we? Because of the envelope. And it also means that I can add to my obsidian. So, the 8th envelope is in the office. And I can't remember the code, but I don't think that's actually relevant anymore. And it's on March 3rd. And the first one was on... I guess now this is when we... I don't know why it's all messing up. I guess this is when we take screenshots. April 15th. Okay, so what we're going to do... I'm going to quickly... I'm actually going to turn my webcam off just because that... I was getting in the way last time. And I also need to turn obsidian off. There we go. So now I can take screenshots and paste them in. I don't wonder if you're actually... Is this like intended? You know? Like they would have known people were going to do this. But do they actually want people... I've got a big balloon on now. Do they actually want people to take like actual screenshots of the game? This is for them X. It's like Gdok, this one. Okay, so now we're done and I can put the obsidian back on and put me back on. Yeah, so I'm not actually sure how useful this is going to be, but I'm screenshotting of the envelope. And then I guess I should probably mark which one these are, but oh, no, actually I did do that, I forgot. Okay. So if we copy paste that and find out how to move this, there you go. Envelope 8. Fantastic. I'm sure that'll be relevant at some point. Okay, we also got an apple in here. We know that. We've done that. Then we can go in the computer and... This isn't doing... Yeah, okay. Is this an actual thing? Can you... Please do that again any day next week starting on Monday. I don't know if I've ever done that. And then that's... There's money everywhere, but I believe... I actually don't know where it goes. Okay, we'll go forward. We're hoping to go right. And we do have a bunch of keys. And also unlock the antechamber. That's like, you know, we still want to get back to the antechamber. And getting the archives this early is quite bad. And the chapel cuts us off. So I guess we just have to do this. And then... But first what I'm going to do is unlock the door. But these could be fake, can't they? And we'll just see. Use key. Also, we did get the garden key, so we can open up the left side. Yeah, okay. So I believe I can feel that it's this one. Yeah, so we got the secret garden key as well, so we can open up the... We've got gems at least. Yeah, we can open up the left side of the antechamber as well. To make it more likely that we actually can make it if we even get that high. We've got the mail room, which is a dead... Oh, see, yeah, so they're all dead ends, so at this point it doesn't actually matter. Do we just do the mail room? Because we got... I can't remember what I ordered. Or you don't order it until it just appears. Okay, we'll just do this. And then we might get something. Maybe it's just like a random item. We got a brass compass, a coupon book, and 2 keys. Okay. 12th to the 10th. Ship, 12th to the 10th. Oh no, 10th to the 12th, isn't it? I feel like I'm in December at this point. And it takes a day, so so today's the 11th. And there's a bunch of numbers. The 5259 could be the 11th. I think it's in like bright red, but it's unclear. So we get the coupon book. So this just gives you like random items, I'm guessing. So we go north more, we get money off when we buy things, and we have keys. That's the thing, so I thought every time you would come here there would be more letters, but it doesn't actually seem like that's the case. Yeah, I think this is all the... You know, we've seen this. So we got more keys, which means we can continue. I'm gonna go up first. And just use a normal key. I mean, that's new, so do we have to get it, you know? I guess I should, but I'm not using obsidian. The letters are from a specific thing. Okay. I do believe that the lab lets you unlock letters. Which that may be what you're talking about. Okay, so the Tunda, I can't tell if this is actually going to be a useful room for... I mean, actually do... I might just do it because it's new, you know? And Pete, welcome in. How are you? What are you playing right now? I feel like you're always playing something into this now. Yeah, so this does seem like it's not a... You're not going to find, like, notes in here, but this is useful for, like, getting about. Because I guess it technically is a four-way junction. And it also means we can go in the mail room, even though it's like... not the mail room, the... whatever this is. Even though it's cut off. Oh, we can also rotate these. Okay, so... I don't think we actually want to... I think we just do the... 200 hours into Sectoria and still can't beat the hardest difficulty. But I'm gonna need to break game for the What, how many people have the platinum still? Is it still just that one guy? Okay, we have a bunch of money, which means it could be, we could just, basically rather than Panther or Commissary. Just one guy has a plat. Yeah. You can do it. I don't know how long it will take, but, you know. That's mad actually, because the game's been out since, it's October, isn't it? Or is it October, November? And one person has a platinum. But I guess also because I've only heard about it from like game enthusiasts, you know, on Minmax and stuff like that, and Giant Bomb. So I wonder, I feel like not a lot of people are playing it, so the one guy is not like, it's not as bad as it seems. Computer Cat, is that the guy that got the platinum? Yeah. I like his name is known, you know, he's legendary. Okay, so I think I'll do Commissary. I don't actually know what I want to buy, but just so we have it. And also I need to get more... Okay, what do I want? Might just buy... I'm gonna buy the sledgehammer. And we get money off, yes. And I don't care about steps as much, and these both give you steps, so I might actually... I think I'll leave it, but I'll remember that the magnifying glass is here. So, now we're just going to go up this way. I don't know what we're doing, but... Okay, so we can get the library, and then we can also get the bookshop. Or we could get... Oh no, that doesn't count actually, does it? Yeah, so we can come back in. Yeah, I'm just going to do the library. Oh, and we got a book. I feel like we've had this one. I thought this was new. Oh no, you can see actually I've only... Oh wait, no, this is the book that's in the underground. It's like half cut. And this is like the full version. Okay. There's another guy who's top on the in-game leaderboard, but his trophies are hidden. I do like the idea that someone has like one of the hardest platinums on PlayStation, but he like doesn't actually care. He's got it hidden. There's a delay to pause so you can't pause buffer. I think I'm going to put it on my Steam wishlist because I do think it's a game that I would enjoy, but just I know that I could not get the platinum. Because I feel like it's a game you can't actually understand without playing. Like, you know, because I've seen gameplay and it just seems like so much. And I think it is just a kind of thing where you'd have to actually be the one playing it. Okay, so what's annoying, I don't actually know what I've not seen in this, especially because I read it back in October, so... They allow you to pause buffer the first 50 times and then they add a delay. Wow. Okay. To understand the Elm Sigil, you must dismantle the symbol. The core, the lines, the moats, the border. Yep, I remember this. There's like the weather and... So the core is each place. Yep. The days are the method of transportation. Yeah, okay. Turtleback. Wow. See, the lore of this, I always assumed this is like, it was kind of in our world, but a kind of, just a weirder version. But were those guys going about in turtles? Lack of unusual weather, foggy weather, wavy, rainy, stormy, snow, windy. Then we've got what type of civilization they are. Then there's the color. So the border is a color. So this is a colorblind thing. And if you put them all together, you can unlock the weird meaning. So if any of these is /carriage place, and it's foggy, and it's militaristic, and the banner is dead. So I'm guessing at some point we're gonna have to like make one ourselves. I don't know what. They've said no to nerfing more stuff and just buffed one of the bosses. Well, I honestly think this is, so what I want to do is screenshot every single page of this because we're going to need it. But honestly, what I might do is just Google this book. You know, surely someone's uploaded like PDFs of each one because I'm going to have to take like, you know, I'll just do it. I just think it's so many screenshots and I'm like, why, you know, surely someone's done this before. But, you know, we've got time. So, I need to close that. Yeah, so I don't think we need that page, but and we don't even need that page either. So each of the cores, we've got the vase. See, I don't even know where is like. There's not many places in the game you actually input things like this. So I wonder how the puzzle, you know, where is the puzzle actually used? I'm thinking it could be in the exam. Because that did have something about the colours. And we have the border. And then, I'll just get this one too, because it explains exactly how it works. And then we put the webcam back on in notes. Yeah, so I'll organise this later, but, you know, as we just have... There we go. There's all the pages. And again, we don't know exactly why we're doing this, but... R. Willard. Okay. And then I want to minimise it again. So, now we might get the bookshop. I kind of don't have enough money for it, but we can get enough money. Like, we did get the... I mean, it's very unfortunate the way that they don't connect. However, I mean, the weight them does connect, but that's half your steps. I'm not doing that. But the Chamber of Mirrors, you're doing it so you don't have to spend 2 days to see the book in. Yeah, I guess that is, yeah, if I didn't screenshot it. But see, at this point, I'm fine with Googling things. Because I do think people are quite good about, like, I think I looked on the wiki, and everything's, like, hidden, and, like, do you want to see this, do you want to see this? So I feel like I've let go of the part of me that's like, I don't want any outside help. And if I hadn't screenshotted it and I got to the puzzle, I would have just Googled that book. Or like, you know, I wouldn't Google the answer, I would have Googled like, just an explanation. You buffed, nerfed, buffed back to normal, one of the ships like 3 times. I was thinking with Isaac, that he used to get updates like every week on PC, but on PlayStation, they would only come out every like 4 months. So sometimes things would happen and then you would have no clue if it's actually going to happen. So we do have a new room. We've never got this before. The Chamber of Mirrors, which I did not think it would look like this. So it seems like all we can do is hit a button. And when we hit the button... Okay. Nice. So now we have to go... We have to move the Tunda, hopefully get back up there, push that button, and then that's going to open one of them, which we can get back in, and then we're going to have to get to the foundation and open that, and then that will let us hit that, and then that will let us get to the corners, and then these are going to do something. And also this is, actually, I mean, that is the important thing. This is now, I thought this would like, I did this incorrectly the first time. You can now draft second copies of the rooms you already have. I thought you'd go in here, and then you would like pick a room, but I realised that this actually just adds a copy of everything now, which is very interesting. So Yeah, can we go in here? Oh wait, okay, yeah. Oh, that unlocks that, so... So they're not, I thought they'd just be like, across from each other. Because it is a mirror, but... Oh wait, oh, who's this one? Okay, and then in here we have... Do we have the painting of the corner? Yeah. So we've got some money. I assume, I don't know if that's always there or if that came from the office. Okay, then clicking this one unlocks the foundation. So... Can we hit them again? Yeah, but I don't know why you'd want to do that. So now we'll get the Rotunda to move. I'm gonna hit it 3 times, don't we? Because I don't know why. I wanted to go this way first, but that takes us back. I mean, do we have? We could open one of those doors. It's kind of pointless actually because we could open it from the north and potentially not pay a key. But also, we do have to find, if we want to get the antechamber, there is the lever in there, so... Yeah, okay, so we have to go... Archives? And then do we just believe in the game? You know, they'll be nice to us. Because we can't do... I mean, we could rotate the spare room. I don't know what that would be to do. Like, if I click this, are they all going to flip? And then the spare room is going to go vertical. Which actually could be useful. If we went down to the Great Hall and came back up. And the archive is 4 anyway. I'm going to... Let's learn something together. Okay, so not... So basically saying that, you know, I mean, I don't know why that... Surely you should technically be able to rotate the archives and the cloister. But they would just... Like, they'll be the same, but flipped. I think it'd be cool if you could put down the spare room up and down now. But I guess we are going to just let the game take us where we want to go. And also, I haven't actually had the archives since when I played in October. So there is some stuff to look at because I know there's like all this stuff here. So I don't know exactly what's relevant and what I actually care about. But I will skim it. She's the niece. My son, which is me, I believe. I'm actually not sure. The Dead Prince was based on the son. Because she was the one in the credits. Caleb Manning, Philip White. Or LCF. Mr. White. Maddie Marigold. Caleb Manning. Okay. Mary Matthew Jones. That's her shoot name. And then someone broke into the thing and stole the big town of within the 80s. Okay. Well, I'm sure that will be relevant at some point, but... Okay, so now we're going to just do this. Oh yeah, I forgot. I thought that we got the archives again, actually. So there's 2 archives. So I wonder if we get this again, then we have 2 archived ones, which seems bad. So we're just gonna do this, and we got the furnace, which is also a bad one. Not the furnace stages either. Yeah, you're more likely to get with them. So I feel like we're always gonna be given the archive. And there is nothing in here. There's a power thing though. I don't know. So if you can power the furnace, make it hotter. And we actually, you know, this is actually powered them. So that is into this. Seems unlikely we're going to actually get the stuff that we want though. Okay, so we can't get that. So we have to. Yeah. Okay. So this is our only way out. So we have to do the wait them, which will have our steps, but it will also let us get in the Chamber of Mirrors. I forget as well. Yeah, it's when you. Yeah, I was good because when I go in, I'm fine. We also do have the sledgehammer, and I believe that I'm going to be able to blow this up. in some way. So if we get the workshop and then we get whatever else we need. But this actually, I think, yeah, this would let us connect. With like every other direction. And in the, yeah, so now we have to go back because the middle button's going to do something. So is that connected? These are, oh no, we have the middle button. Okay. Okay. I did not even notice that there was an upper floor. And then up here, we have more, up here we have the workshop. So now we have 2 workshops. Okay, into this one. And then we, oh yeah, so we have to get to each corner. Oh, okay, so that's why you want to put the things back down. And there's an, oh no, so that one's fake, that, or no? Yeah, so now, how do we even work this out? So we actually want, how do I work? So we want, can we hit the button from the outside? And we probably shouldn't. That's quite a scary thing to do. Yeah, so now if we go up, we can go to this corner, I think. And we just get money. And I'm guessing, yeah, we have to get to the other 2 corners. So I think, hopefully we just need to work out how to put these 2 down. Or these 2 up, I guess. So if I just, what was this window? So that was that, so that actually lets us get there, I think. Don't know why this, oh no, because that closes that. Can we go this way? Why is that closed? Or has it always been closed? Okay, wait, don't matter. We've got a key. And then we just have to figure out how to get over here. Don't know why that, I feel like I can't actually understand what I'm doing in this puzzle. Like, I understand that there's one barrier that goes up and down, but I can't actually, like, do it in my head. Okay, so we want to hit that again. Yeah, so all we care about is... Yeah, okay, so basically we want to be blocked on the bottom. Which means it's open on the top. So what was this window? Okay, that does that. So we just need to shut this. Okay, that lets us in there. That's that one. Okay. So we don't want that. So we actually need to, I think it's this left door we have to get to. Wait, can we get in there? No. This one? Yeah. And then this. That's that one. Is that where we're going? Yeah, I think we've... Oh no, we need to... Yeah, okay. I think we have solved it. Maybe. And we get another aquarium. Okay. I wonder if there's any, if you're meant to not take some of the stuff. You know, like if it's actually bad to have 2 workshops. Because technically you don't actually, you know, like, don't know exactly why you'd want them. Okay, so now we actually, even though we... Oh no, we've got multiple ways to go. Okay, so let's... I'll just go forwards and see if that does anything. We are kind of within out of steps, just because that. We do have the secret garden key, but I think we only want to use that if we actually get near that chamber. So we can only do the hallway or the chapel, and also the furnace. Oh wait, so I guess because it's hot, that means that the furnace, like, docked, and that's why we have the chapel. So, we'll just do the hallway because it does let us go back in ourselves. And then again, we can all do chapel or the freezer. I mean, freezing your money at 46 seems quite good. And then with the, yeah, because then you get the allowance tomorrow. So I might actually do that. And they cannot be used. I was thinking, can you freeze your money and then go to the shop? But yeah, so... yeah, we can't, yeah, so... it does seem like, I actually forgot about this, there's some kind of puzzle. I'm guessing it's the furnace. If you connect the furnace to the freezer, then like the air conditioning turns off. And then that means you can get some gems and a key. And there's a pawn in here that's actually not very relevant, but technically we are meant to be taking note of that. Yeah, and then there's like a special key there, and a note. Actually, seems like the freezer temperature is going up. It started at like -15, but you can't actually see, you can hardly see that. You can see the number. But yeah, it started at -15. Now it's at -7. Now it's at -6. So do we just wait? Does it keep going? -5, okay. Right, we'll stay here until it stops going. And yeah, I just started using it. I've never used it for like anything before, because I use I don't actually know if it's the same kind of app, but I use Notion for like actual planning things. Yeah, I can make it just while we're waiting here. It's very simple so far. All I have, I put the logo in the middle. I've got a to-do list of just basic things. I started that in doing save codes. I don't actually know why I did that, because it's actually, I don't think it's actually relevant, but then I started to take note of where all the chess pieces are, which, there you go, and where the envelopes are, and then I just started taking screenshots of like things that I think might be important. We've got envelope 6 and envelope 8, and then that book about the sigils, and that's what we have so far. And we're at 2 degrees, so you know, it's looking good. And hello Blink, I've been seeing, anytime I go in the PlayStation app on my phone, you're always playing Blueprints, so I like that we're in this together. And it is still this, I've not actually played since last Tuesday, which I think you were here for. So, oh, we started, I think everything just like melted a bit there. Oh, we have a secret door. Yeah, we're just kind of like going about, you know, so I don't have like an actual goal yet, after finishing the game. We do have obviously, you just saw the to-do list there, we have a bunch of like mini goals, but we're just enjoying it. And at the moment, I've somehow worked out that the furnace makes the freezer hotter, but I assumed that I'd actually have to like do a puzzle to make it work. Just need to do curse mode. Yeah, I think because now that I've finished the game for the first time, I've been more open to spoilers, not like actually looking at stuff, but just like watching videos about like tips on the game and stuff like that. And yeah, I only just recently found out what curse mode is, and I wish you luck. Actually, does seem kind of fun. You know, the way people talk about it makes it seem like impossible, but like Pete saying curse mode can bite me after me saying that actually it's kind of fun. And I guess we'll see when I get there. Okay, so we're finally at 14 degrees. We've got the gems and the key, but we need to get it higher for the note and that. But we can go in here now, where we have an upgrade disc. Okay, do you know, when I first got these, I thought they'd be like way more. I felt like I've only had like 3 or 4. Okay. The network servers are finally out of cold storage, or at least as many as we could fit into the surrounding walls of the grid that will offer the easy to dive. The last few days have been very busy, but I'm glad to take a short break from the garden to help with Andoff install the network. It was, after all, the least you could do, since it was I who suggested the final location. We said we were going to store the 2 unused servers here in Mount Holly's freezer. They should serve as readily accessible deployments should any of the consoles fail. Denny the Vein. And that's his admin key. I thought we knew, I think we've used that admin key, so I think this might be a puzzle where they do know, but we will get that nonetheless. Because we're still looking for the archive key, I believe it's going to be called. And then here we have... See, this is the way the game works. I'm looking at this and I'm like, this is obviously a puzzle. But it could just be a design. And there's the other one. So these are the exact same. So maybe it's not a puzzle. Maybe this is... I don't know. What I'm thinking though, I realised the microchip that you get in the Godotto, I still haven't worked out what to do with this. But it does seem like that it could be relevant here, because this is that's the one microchip, and then these are the other two servers. Is that anything? I glitched day one, but I did there like a good honest boy, and I'm working on Curse legit. Day one ruined the game for me, and I hated blueprints by the end of it, and did have myself through Dare and Curse. Wow. So it does seem like there is more to this puzzle that I solved on an accident to get this special key. So maybe it's like... Maybe there's a thing with it, when you get the power you can turn up the furnace. It doesn't make any... Like, I don't think that's how it would work, but it could be relevant. Yeah, it looks like we're topping out at 17 degrees, so we'll carry on. No more gems, no more coins. You know, I guess we leave the special key until we actually need it. So again, we can only do the archives or the random one. I don't even know what to do. I feel like this is going to stack, and then I won't be able to see any of the two ones. So I think we'll just do that, and then we just believe that the game's going to be nice. Okay, so it did half our steps again, which is not ideal, but let's see this. Do we need... Okay, we don't need the key. The maid's chamber, the boiler room. No, we can't do that. Okay, so I think we're just going to do the archive one again, and hopefully we don't get another gem. Okay, we got the lavatory, which is almost as bad. I would love to know if there's anything actually in there, but we don't have the steps to work out, to see. So, see, that's what I mean about, technically I could write things down, or I could just ask all the helpful people in Twitch chat. Because this is like something that I know, so I've just like forgot. The left door and the right door are the garden key and the Great Hall. Which is which? That's the question I would like to know. Because I'm like, I could go around to get to the right side, or I could use I could go to the left with the garden key. Yeah, if anyone, I guess that's the thing too, where the people in the chat, some people have played it recently, some people have played it a while ago. So if anyone has the info. But I do actually think it might even not be relevant, because I don't think I have enough steps to even get there. Unless we could get the kitchen. I think this is going to be more useful, so we'll do this first. Okay, so we get the chapel or a random place. I kind of like the chapel. I still don't actually know where... I can't remember if I know where the middle antechamber key door is. I guess, no, yeah, okay, so one's the secret garden, one's the greenhouse, one is the Great Hall. And I'm pretty sure the Great Hall is one of the side ones. I'm pretty sure the garden key's the left one. Actually, yeah, so our money can't go down, so the chapel's free. And then what we're going to do... The bishop is in the chapel. Do we know that the bishop's in the chapel? We do. Of course we do. Okay, so let's just go north. Just a normal key this time. So we can't even get... I guess it was back... Okay, so we get the lavatory again. So I guess we don't do that. And I hope this just does something... Okay, so the gym, which is not great. So now we're going to turn around. And now if it gives me the opportunity to use a key, I'm going to use a key. Okay. So now I'm going to do the secret garden key, especially because we've not been in there for a while and there might be... Okay. So I'm not sure exactly how this works. I'm guessing maybe you have to use the secret garden key on the east, which I did not know about. So we just do the server key. Oh, I thought the server key gave you the Great Hall. Okay. So I mean, that gives us food. And then that makes me less scared about the steps. So. Or does it give us food? After that gate... Oh, okay, because I think I need to step foot in one of these. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Or I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we're going to go to the gym. And we're going to almost die, I think. Oh no, we'll have like one left, I think. And we're back out. And then we get the pizza. Which... How do we die? Guys, come on. Sure, that's unfair. He was like... So, I understand, technically I then out of steps. Can you not just eat the food? And then get back up? Unsatisfying. Oh. Yeah, I was standing right there. I was at it. Because also, I don't even know, in the... Obviously the game... Like, some of the game is... idealistic. And some of it is kind of like, whatever. But when you've done it out of steps... How does he get back outside to go to the campsite? You know? You don't just teleport, do you? Or he doesn't just fall asleep. There's something going on here. So... Today... Yeah, I think I'll have time for one more day. Especially because I feel like we've set up a lot of things. Just with the we're starting with a bunch of money. If we get the gift shop or the bookshop, then I can feel good about the progress that we made today. So, starting with 68 coins. We're going to go left. We're going to get the parlour, because we could pop it to the office here. Don't know exactly how many I'm at. Oh, I had the upgrade disc, didn't I? Well, that is unfortunate. I don't think... Like I said, I only look back at the VOD, but I feel like I wouldn't have actually been able to get back to the office or any other computer. So I don't actually feel bad about that. But I wonder, does that... So I wonder if that... Is that back in the freezer again? You know, it spawns again, hopefully. Okay, the gems are in the only to the box, okay? Only one is the... So these are talking to each other. The gems are in the blue box. It goes back to wherever it was. Okay, good. So is there only... Because I kind of thought they were like RNG, but is there only a set amount of upgrade discs in the game? Or is it, actually, I feel like it's more likely that there's like a certain amount that always appear, and then some are RNG in specific places. Okay. The gems are in the blue box. Let's just assume this is correct. The gems are in the only... Okay, so if this is... So basically, if this can't be correct. Because if this is correct... Oh, but actually, wait, this could be false. The gems are in the blue box, correct. So this means this has to be... Yeah, okay, so if we assume... Wait, how do I even do this? Yeah, so if any... If this is the... And if that one is, then neither one can be. So let's say that this one is. All of them that you find are set locations, but there are, I think, one or two ways to get more of them outside. Yeah, so I assumed that that's how it would work. Okay, let's assume that this is correct, which means this is correct. So that means this is false. So if this is false, we don't get any information. If this is false, we don't get any information. Okay, so let's assume that this is correct, which means they are in here. I don't know, let's do it. I mean, the whole point of getting the two wind-up keys is that we don't have to think about this as much. Okay, so now it's just a 50-50. Let's close this again. So we don't actually... that didn't tell us anything. I mean, actually, so we now know that this is false. See, I've never thought about doing it like that. To actually use the information to, one, take away a box, and to also verify or unverify information. So the gems are not in the blue box. So I think they're in here. Because this is correct. Oh, but that was fixed. Oh no, okay. Yeah, I realised. Because if that was correct, then that had to be correct. Okay, well, you win some and you lose some. That's what it makes. That's what makes the platinum so much more. It makes the pop so much better. Like, so we do the den, so we can get more ways to go. And yeah, basically the goal for today now is just to get more money and then hopefully get a shop that actually stays. Okay, I feel like this is kind of stupid, but I just like the idea of getting a dead end in the bottom left. You know, like using, or maybe that. Because I'm thinking either we can, I mean, it doesn't actually matter, does it? Yeah, I think it does matter. Basically, so we could put it down the observatory, but then we're using a left-hand turn when we don't have to. So it's one of these. If we put in the lavatory, we get nothing. If we put in the quest bedroom, we get something. So that is how we're going to do it. And then we're going to look to see if there is anything in there, but, you know, we can't tell without going in. Actually, wait, do we... Oh, we only get the 10 steps if we go in. Yeah, okay. And then we just check. Is there any items? No. So, now we go east, just because we can. Security to unlock the lab. And I guess that's actually... That's what we're doing? Yeah. I'm thinking, like, what do the other computers do? That we would want to... You know, so the shelter does nothing. It lets you check the radiation. I actually, for the last 2 days, I've actually forgot to go outside. Yeah, so that lets you check for radiation. I think that's it. And obviously there's a puzzle there with something. The office lets you put money places. And I believe that is it. So the lab is so much more powerful than the other two. Obviously the two do have their uses in specific situations. But now, like, knowing that we can get the lab every single day is, like, crazy. So, whenever you draft an archive floor plan, and I believe you don't actually, this doesn't mean you have to pick it. This means it just has to show up. So anytime we get one of them, we'll get 2 dice. So that means if we get the archives, we will always have 2 dice, I think, maybe. Could also do 1 star and, like, speed it up, but... And again, we've got the aquariums, again, we didn't actually manage to get any, but I think that is something. And we can actually check here, can't we? And do we have to log in? What does the word draft actually mean? Because I don't think you have to actually... Is it this one? They actually, okay, so you actually do have to click it. But it does mean so that we can get 1, and then we get 2 dice. Then we get 1 and get 2 dice. And get 1 and get 2 dice. Because we're going to get them anyway, if we were to get the archives. So I think that, technically, I thought that was more powerful than it actually was. But it still is good for when we need it. So, now... Observatory going down is kind of not great. And it just to, you know, we have high potential here to die very early with all the money that we've got, which is not good. But you just have to believe, you know. We can't be playing on defense. So we want to go forward here, which we did get just. Courtyard with no items. We can unlock that, but I don't think we want to. Oh yeah, and here we need a left-hand turn. Okay, which we did just get. And then now we need a forward. Maybe this is actually more risky than I thought. I was thinking if I wanted to open that, but I don't think I do. Now we are going to take a quick obsidian break here to say that we have the 4th envelope was in the boudoir. And then I'm going to turn that off and turn me off. And we're going to take some screenshots. Again, it's like how relevant is this going to be? I don't know. But it's like the 10 seconds that it takes here is kind of annoying. However, that the 10 seconds is much quicker than like wishing that I could find it, wishing I could come back here and having to get the boudoir so I can look at a thing that might not even be relevant. Okay, so I want to go forward here. Okay, so we have got a dead end. So what can we do? We have so much money and we've just wasted it. Okay, that was not great. Remember you had, yeah, that's, yeah, especially because with all the envelopes, it's like, oh, I need envelope 2. Okay, like, go find it. Okay, so, I mean, that'll give us more money to not spend. That'll just give us a star. Is there anything... Basically what I'm thinking is, can we get anything in the outside? If we get the tomb, that will take us into the basement. And then if we can get, I don't think I have it open, but I'm thinking, can we get back to the foundation from the basement? I mean, there's only, we've got the fountain key, is the fountain open. So but that's, we need the basement key for that. Okay, I think we should do observatory and then we might get something. It was very unfortunate today. Okay, so that's a gem. That's a key. And that is an apple. Wow. Okay. So now we just hope that we can go outside and get something to happen. I think the only way to continue would be if we got the tomb. And I don't actually think we can continue that way, but it's at least something. I mean, what we can do, I can't remember if I did use that admin key or if it was a different one. But either way, we can go check out the grotto and put that code in. Okay, so schoolhouse is useless. They didn't post. I don't think we have anything. I don't know. I don't think we've had the cellar in ages, so we'll go and have a look. Of course, we'll have a look. Oh no, we actually have had this. Oh, wow. Author and illustrator whose fanciful story was last seen on Friday. No blue sign has been found yet. Nice. So annoying having to go to bed with 78 coins just sitting. And yeah, so we'll check out the admin password, but I'm sure that's the one I used. And we need the key to get back down there. There is also the other way, but I'm sure that's a dead end. That takes you to the minecart, I think. Which is how you open the thing. I think anyway. Okay, so... I mean, so this is kind of... I mean... The patterns here... What does that mean? You know, so the patterns here were the same as the one in the freezer. And I'm maybe... Or these are the two like broken ones? Is that what that is? That's the thing, it's like we would have to get these from somewhere else and bring them back. It's not about... Maybe we do have to take it and put it somewhere to then get the other ones, but you know, I don't know what we would do. We'd have to like move these servers, which is not one of the things the game lets you do. But let's see. Yeah, so that's the one. I think we used both, because I'm sure we used one of them and then that let us get the other one. But oops. But apparently that one didn't even work. Right, so... Oh yeah, because actually it goes all uppercase for some reason. So I can't remember if we've done this, but... This might be the one we're looking for. Okay, thank you. See, why does the game let you get to that point? Yeah, is there any way for me to continue, or is this a dead end? I can't remember exactly what the basement is like So is it worth going there, or do we just call it a day? Because like, it does take you down to the water, doesn't it? And we have moved the water, or is it a different path? Yeah, okay, Blinky's saying time to call it. I'm happy with that. I'll accept the... I was like grasping at anything. Can we do something? Can we bash down the wall? You know, let's just keep going. I think that may be the shortest day I've ever had. Well, maybe not by time, because obviously we walked a bit of it, but I don't think I've ever only made it to the second, like, floor, whatever. Okay, so that's good news though, because I did say we have time for one more day, and that was not even a full day, so we've got time for one more day, unless I do the exact same thing. And technically, we just spent 60 coins to call it a day, you know? So let's just start again and be a little bit smarter. So, I love the idea of getting a house that's built like this. We kind of have already messed up, but sometimes you can get something over here. Now I want to go left. West Wing Hall is perfect for what I want to do. Especially because it's only in the West Wing, which is, you know, we're using... Yeah, and I like the walk-in closet here, because we might get a gem. Yeah, we get a gem back, and then we also get a key card and a key. And the t-shirt that I bought. Is that not... Oh yeah, okay, and the coupon book. So I'm feeling good about this one. Okay. I like the nook. More keys, and also like a turn to where we want to go. Okay, not... So now we could do store them, but I did that last time. But I mean, we do have much more doors open this time. I kind of like that. Get the money, get the key, get the gem. Do a sweep. Okay, so... We could go... Oh no, we have to go back to the chapel. And we may as well just go this way. Okay, so now... I don't actually mind the dark theme here. But, and then we use our steps to go around it. So we'll go in, and then go back out, and then come back around. Commissary is an option. For the parlour though, maybe we can, you know, we're back down at difficulty level, so hopefully we should be able to do this one. So we have, this box is not blue, so this is false. This is one of the only times I actually know for a fact this is false. Every statement with the word blue is false. Okay, I mean, so far, this is the black and blue are empty. Okay, so I feel like this is actually kind of a trick question, because we know that this is false, which that implies that this is the, so then that implies that this is false. Which maybe it is actually, maybe let's just go for the white. I feel like because we have the two wind up keys, it's actually quicker if I just kind of like guess. Instead of actually taking my time on it. Okay, so if we can't do, so we have to do. You know, the corridor basically just gives us more freedom, because we could get a left of them, or a right them, or an up. Whereas the bedroom, we have to get a left. And then the library is just shut off. So I think we go corridor here, just because it basically gives a lower chance of dying, you know. And again, it's like, it's the same thing, isn't it? Like the bedroom lets us go left, but then that means we have to go right, whereas the spare room lets us go up, and then that takes us anyway. So I don't know what we're doing, but we're going where the game is taking us. The hallway is good. Does stop us from going to the foundation, but we can't go anyway. So yeah, we do that, and then I'm going to go right and see if we can maybe go down that dead end. Yeah, so it's making us go down a dead end. But we get, if you have 2 hallways, no, we have more than 2. Okay, so we'll do this and get another star. So that is that the skull? It's got 2 big eyes in it. It's a weird shape though. Yeah, that's the thing. I think we should be able to do maths to work this out. Where the skull is 12. So that means we've got a 15. Yeah, so we've got the sail and we've got the skull, I believe. And we can check that. I mean, does it look like the sail? I don't know. Yeah, so if we do that, yeah, and then we know that the other one we should not get. Unless we actually, what if we like dead ends? There's a sail now on. So if we get the bookshop, you know, we've got a cheap commissary. Or the den to keep us going, it gives us a gem to unlock something. Then we're going to leave that for now. The sail, yep. Yeah, I don't know, we could do the gym here. And just not go in. And like use it as a, you know, or we can get 10 steps. But I'm thinking, just because we want, you know, because technically it's still possible for this to get the trophy for filling out every them. So if we do the gym, I don't want to go in it, but we're going to leave it there. And then if we actually do get that, if we get close to the trophy, we can come back. Obviously we'll be using a bunch of steps, but that's fine. And if we don't fill out the thing, then we just don't go back. So yeah, I think we have to do passageway here just to keep it alive, and we're going to get this dead end. The coat check is something. We actually hardly use it. We don't have anything in it. Or we can just do the bedroom to... No, I think we do coat check, just because we only have so many dead ends. And then we could put something in, but I don't want to at the moment. Okay, we do not have exactly 2 hallways. The bedroom cuts us off. Kitchen does not cut us off. So I think we have to do kitchen just to stay alive. We can also buy some food in here if we want to. Okay, the freezer. So now we have to do courtyard. Keep going. We're running out of gems, but the courtyard could have a shovel or a metal detector. Okay. But we do have a key card to them, which we have. Do we have to do screw to them yet? No, just because I realise now we should be going, if we can, we should be going to turn that on. Okay, so we now can no longer get that trophy. However, we can get the yeah, no, we could, I was thinking 1 gem for 3 keys is not useful if we already have a bunch of keys. But if we do here, we can get the bookshop. And then if it's half price, then that is a lot of money. Okay, so yeah, I think I've read all these. I know, except yeah, I've not read these, but I believe these are like game tips. But I guess we'll just do it. So actually, I might have had 4, so we'll just do 5, even though we are skipping a book. Can we hopefully get bookshop? Hopefully get bookshop. Okay, we did not get bookshop. Yeah, and then the options are... How many bedrooms do we have? None? Is that it? Like we have 1. I don't even know if that counts itself. Yeah, we could freeze our gem and keys. I don't want to do that, especially with the sale on. And we can't do that, so we have to do servants' quarters. Yeah, so we get 1 key for having the servants' quarters. And then... So does that mean we can't get the bookshop anymore? Because we've had the library. And we didn't get it. You know, unless we somehow got another library. This just sucks. I feel like I'm having an unlucky day. The 50% off showroom that we can't get. And then 2 dead ends. That would let us do nothing. I don't think we could turn on the dark room, you know. We could turn off the gym. We can go in there. And then that, I don't know if that will give us a key back in the servants' quarters. I don't think it will. It would help us for later on. I think I'll just do this. And then we do what we can in here. Which is, we'll keep the keycard thing on. Turn off the gym. Turn on the dark room. Turn on the garage. Don't actually know what turn on the garage does for this now. I guess it just gives us a quicker way out. Is that what it is? Okay, so now we have to go... Yeah, back to the kitchen. Then through here. Then... I think unless we have another dead end, don't we? Okay, so... We'll go back to the gym. I realised we didn't go outside. I need to get like a post-it note that's like, go outside. And we can open this. And get the secret garden key. Which... I mean, maybe if this is locked, I mean, there's a low chance of this being locked, but... Okay, so... Oh, we can't even get that. I was going to say we can go to the commissary and buy something and then put it in the coat check, so that at least we've done something today, but... Okay, let's do lava today and have a... I feel like there can't be nothing in here. I mean, that's something, I guess. Okay, into this one. Maybe you can get nothing in here. Yeah, so it looks like we are done for today again, somehow. Even with the sale. Yeah, we could buy things in the kitchen, we could... That is it. I mean, technically, we could get the... There's a bunch of stuff in the lab today. A toilet, a bath, a sink. Well, Pete, I don't know if you missed it, but there's a towel in there as well. So. And the towel does have the guy's initials on it. So technically there's a little bit of there's a puzzle in there. Yeah, so technically, I don't think there's a shop out here, but we can get the Laden post, and then maybe do something with that, and then put it in the coat check, maybe. Yeah. And again, we'll have a look. Carpet. Dynamite. Okay. So we need to find the gloves. So if we give away the secret garden key, we can get the gear wrench, which I don't think I've ever had. The wind-up key for the car keys. Coupon book for the car keys. The key card for the metal detector. Okay, so let's get the gear wrench. We can get that we can give away the gear wrench for the hall pass. Yeah, so I'm guessing the way this works is there's like a tier list of items. The top one gives you the next one, then that gives you the next one, that gives you the next one. So we'll keep the gear wrench. We'll get the car keys. We can actually do something with them. We don't want the coin purse. Oh yeah, it actually changes now. The coupon book is now... Oh yeah, because I guess they were in the same tier and they would give you the car keys. I mean, at this point, we don't actually need the coupon book, so should we just lay it down to get something slight... Oh no, okay, they just swap. And then the key card, we don't need anymore. The lockpick, we don't need either. And the gear wrench. I wonder, the hall pass, will it just be an item that does something to hallways? You know, is it that simple? Whenever you get a hallway, you get da-da-da. But I'm thinking also because there was the whole, like, class exam thing. Is that anything? So, we are going... I thought we had the garage. Okay, see, this... We're off it today. Okay, right, we'll go to the coat check. And then... See, what I actually found out about the coat check is when you put something in there, it doesn't spawn naturally anywhere, which is actually kind of a bad thing. I guess it depends what you put in. But like, I mean, yeah, actually we'll do the gear then, because I hardly ever get that. So obviously that wouldn't spawn naturally, but it does mean that we can get it if we want to get it. With it, because with that something like the security card or the key card, if we put it in there, we can only get that again if we get the coat check, and we don't get the coat check like super often. So if you was like, it's a thing you should only put like special items in, you shouldn't just put anything in it. Okay, so again, that was another very short day, so we do have time for one more. We've got time for either one more short day or just one actual full day. But day 38. I mean, I guess the main goal today is to get the code check, but I have remembered that if we go outside, we can get, because I mean, that's to do the exam, you have to go here first, because then you get the classrooms in your pool, and then you can get them all. And when you get them, I think once you put down the last one, you then can get the exam. So we could start with 2 special items or make an offering. But see, I don't actually know them, so I'll just do 2 shit. I'm sure the shrine is like the more things you give, the more money you give, you get like a different thing. Like, you know, a different blessing. But the way I'm guessing it works is like there's a random chance you'll get each one, but there's a certain amount of money if you put in that will manipulate that chance, if that makes sense. And I think that's the thing you're just gonna either have to work out or do some googling. Wait, so let's classic fantasy metal detectors working for this. Then we're gonna go left here, so we have to use the passageway. Is that even worth it? I think we just do the 2 items. I know it's kind of bad, but see, now we've got the key card already. So now we're just going to go forward here. Observatory into nothing. Or spur them up the way. Yeah, we're going to do that, and then we're going to not go in there yet. And we're going to see if we can come back around. So the nook going up the way is good. And again, what is up with the RNG today? Okay, so I'm just going to do parlor, because then we might get a Adelphia today, and then I can say that today's been successful. Technically, the store room was better because it has more things, but okay. The gems are not in a box with a to-do statement. Okay. The statement on the blue box is as to-do as a statement. Okay, so we've got a new mechanic. The gems are not in a box with a to-do statement. Okay, so this is saying. So let's say that this is correct, and that means this is correct. So that means they're in here. Oh, these are the same thing. Okay, so this one seems easy then. So these are the same, which means these are either true or false, and then this is the opposite. So let's say that the gems are not in a box with a to-do statement, and that one's also this, so they're false. And yeah, so this is saying that these are the same, but actually we know that these are the same, so this can't be the same. So this is empty. This is full, I mean. This is false. Amazing. And we have a coin on the floor. Yeah, so now we need to go back to the middle and hopefully we can do something. There's also a key on the floor. So I didn't actually realise the metal detector actually gives you items. I thought it just told you where things were that spawn, like randomly. But I realised it actually spawns items for you. Okay, so we've got a funny shaped security, but it's actually... You know, I feel like I never see the security going up. And then, I guess we just go into the lab. Because we can. And we still haven't actually managed to get anything going, but... Experiment set up. Continue with the experiment. Okay, a letter will be delivered. I think that might be good, just to get that quest going. So it's either the gems or it's the everyday bedroom, and then we'll just like say that this day is about just getting as many bedrooms as possible. But I do think that spending 2 more gems could be good. Because there only are like 5 bedrooms, you know? And the first 2 don't count. Okay, so let's go this way. So that'll be... Yeah, so now I think I just want to... Yeah, this is what we're doing. Today we're just going to spend gems. And even though, technically this day, day 38, will be useless, we will know that we've done something good for next time. So the lab is pointless, the furnace is bad. I think we do this. Because the reason I don't want to do the lab is because it uses up 1 gem, which means we can only ever spend 1 more gem if we don't get more gems, if that makes sense. Whereas here, we could spend 2 gems. So same with the commissary, I don't want to do that. But the den does give us more freedom. And also lets us go more places, even though it does cut off the foundation, but it's fine. And see, that uses a gem, but... And actually, yeah, so then I think we want to do this to get... We're just going gem pilled. So we'll do this, we'll open this, get the key, get the gems, or get the dice, get the coins, get the gem. And then this is a dead end, so we want to make sure we have it open. Yeah, so we want to do the chapel. We actually have a lot of money as well, so if there is a chance we can get some kind of bookshop. Music room, we've not had that in ages, so this is good tech, and it also uses 2 gems. So, in here, we have the baptism key. If you unlock a door with the baptism key in a green room, hallway, bedroom, or shop, you will... Okay, so it just doubles what you're at. Then we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. Denoted in verse. Thank you. I'm guessing we're meant to know what that is. I'm sure it was not 1 major key, 1 minor key. Okay, so the bold word is important. So first, words on the, and then I don't know if I put this in Obsidian, that's the issue, but I did start taking notes. I can't remember where I put them. They might be. There's the Fantasy Life Platinum, and here's some Resident Evil. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so I got page 6 and 7, which is R, and then how do I just hide that? R2, okay. Find no, okay. So first, let's actually, let's actually do a proper obsidian. So we'll make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think it goes up to 8. You know what's weird? I'm sure I have more pages than just that too. So maybe we have to look for the others. So we're going to say that this is first words. Matt says, I really want to play Fantasy Life. Yeah, actually, it took me ages to get into it, but like my whole family loved it. Because we played the one in the DS. Or is it 3DS? I don't know. Maybe not a 3DS game. And they got into like hard, like this new one. And it just took me ages, and then it finally clicked. I don't know what it was, but it's a good game to like turn your brain off. But the opposite of Blue Things, I guess. First words on the, and then we'll go back to the screenshots. So 7 was 2, and 6 was R, And yeah, so this is in the ballroom. Yeah, okay, it says there. So 6 and 7 are in there. So we're looking for 5 and 8. See, the thing is, I definitely have... Let's actually just have a look. This is Coffee Talk. Goodnight Universe. That's 13 Sentinels. Is there a way to share like, the albums? And then there'll be a Blueprints album somewhere. Because it's only screenshots, isn't it? I think so. We'll do... Sort... There it is. Yeah, so we have 5 and 8. So we have all of them. Okay. So 5 is sheets. First words on the sheets are the... And then 8 is message. What the hell does that mean? So, first words on the sheets are the message. Like, you know, it kind of makes... First words on the sheets are the message. Okay, so I understand now. So, when you find these, obviously there's a secret message, and then because they're bolded, you think that's the secret message. But the bold actually tells you how to find the secret message, which is actually... We're going to have to look at all these again. But the actual secret message is... Find. Or is it find here? Among. Find among the white. And then again we have to go back to the media gallery. Sort by alphabetical. Okay, so 5 is find among the white these. 8 is stones. And then under 2. Find among the white these under 2 stones. Okay, so the only thing I can think of is the orchard outside. And there is also, I'm thinking like, you know, there's like family trees and other types of trees. But, I mean, that is something. Find among the white trees under 2 stones. And then what do we find? Do we find a key? Is that one major key, one minor key? I don't know. But we remember to not. So we could get the locksmith, which I don't want to do. I like the hallway. The hallway is open. Then we have the West Wing Hall, which is more open. We're going to go down. And we're not going to use our secret garden key. So, yeah, so where can you even use the secret garden key? Okay, so we get the... I know it's a dead end, but I don't actually know. Ooh. So we can get one more letter in the mail with him, with us. Or we can get the gear bench. Which, I don't know what it does. I kind of want to get it. Even though that does cut off this whole area, but... I guess actually we didn't even look, the game will tell us what it does. Right? Oops. Oh no, yeah, okay, so we have the prism key, not the garden key. Okay. Each time you draft a floor plan, you may permanently adjust its validity. What? Okay, so do we want another hallway? See, I don't know when we actually want certain things. I mean, another hallway, let's just keep going up. Well, what would we actually want? Yeah, like, so we can get another shop out of a shop. We can get a red room. I guess the green rooms are they're like the most useful if you have them with each other. I don't know what kind of hallway... How many hallways are there? I wonder what happens if you run out. There only are 8, and we can't get... Like, what could we actually get here? Passageway, hallway, West Wing Hall. So... We could get the foyer, the Great Hall, the corridor. Yeah, I guess the corridor is kind of bad. Or the secret passage. Well, I don't think we've had the foyer once. I mean, that's something though. We could use this, and then that make it more likely to get a cool hallway. I don't know. I'm just gonna use a normal key for now, and then we can. Okay, so we can make the lavatory more, or we can make it lit. I was thinking we can make it less likely, but I believe it will be common. Oh no, yeah, no, we could. We can make the lavatory like a out there or them, and never get it. But it's like, what's more useful to get to make a bad with them bad, or make a good them good? You know, I feel it's probably more useful to make a good one good, because the lavatory does have its uses, and it being a dead end. You know, if you are a dead end, it's better to put that down than to put something that shouldn't go there. So let's use our dice and see if we can get anything actually useful. Okay, let's. Oh, we can get gems. No. Let's just go again. The show them. We can make the show them more likely to show up, which again I don't think we want to, but we do kind of have the money that we could buy something good. And we do get 2 gems. Like we get another letter in the mail them. So let's just do that and see how the gear then actually works. Each time you theft. Oh, so okay, so it's only a gear. Okay, so that makes it. Okay, let's fade it into this one. Okay, so the moon pendant. Yep, we can keep an item. The master key opens all doors. Emerald bracelet. You don't have to pay the gem cost of floor plans. Okay. And then word theft. You made they'll take the first 3. Okay, so I think I might just either leave it or we keep the moon pendant. I guess actually the moon pendant it's not useful until you're finished, so I can just leave it and then buy it if I want. So we could get another shop. I wonder actually, let's have a look at. I want to find the bookshop. Because yeah, okay, so I was thinking with the thing I was saying of like, what if you only have one shop left? Can you force a certain shop? I was thinking, can you force the bookshop if you're not in the library? But it does seem like you can't. But we could get the gift shop. I'm just going to do it. I only know what, because I don't know what I'm going to use this for. So we'll just do it and see what happens. Yeah, so we did get the gift shop. Because the gift shop is good as well, because it goes multiple directions. And I don't think 40 is enough, but it might be like almost enough. Oh no, okay. Okay, so we can. Okay, so we can make the Denizin better. We can do something that I'm hoping will be useful. We can't do that. And if we had enough money, we can do that. And we have to get a bunch of trophies on game to be able to buy this. So we have exactly enough money to get the dunks in the pool, which let you swim, which I don't know what that does, but it is something, isn't it? Then we're gonna go. You know, we're getting close to the top, so we don't have any gems anymore. So I think we'll just do the gym to give us multiple ways to go. And I kind of almost want to go back. I realised I could have turned the security door less likely. Yeah, I think we'll just do the gym. And then, I mean, we don't have any way of actually getting to the antechamber, like to getting inside the antechamber at the moment. So we shouldn't worry too much about that. So the billiard room gives us keys, I believe. It might actually. I think it is at the parlor. The parlor gives you gems. The billiard gives you keys. Or we can do the dining room to get some more steps, which you don't really need. But it's a better layout. But I guess because the gym's here, it doesn't actually matter. So we'll do some maths. Check behind the bar. Okay, so we have 11. We have 16, we have 6, we have 30, we have 3. Okay, we have 3, 30. Is that it? No. Wait, that's times that. 3 times 20, 60 divided by 10. Yeah, I got the time. Oh no, I actually don't understand it. Okay. 11. 16 minus 10 is 6. 6 times 5 is 30, 30 divided by 10. Okay, so that's minus. Okay. Okay, so what? 16 minus 10 is 6. 30 divided by 3. 10, I mean. I feel like I'm doing the maths in my head, but I'm saying it out loud incorrectly. Yeah, is that a different colour? I feel like I just got really confused there. So it's 3. Is the colour changing? Am I going to... Have I lost it? 3. Then... Yeah, that must be times. I don't know why I'm getting confused. Oh, the colour does change it, because the colour... I guess I always thought they were in the same places, but the colour changes based on the order. So it's 3 times 10, which is 30, minus 20, which is 10. So we have to remember the... So it's just the colour that matters. Okay, so now it's 3 times 5 minus 13. Okay. So we've got a little update on that one as well. So now we go down just because we can, I guess. Okay, so we have to do... Technically the Dynadym is better, so we should do the Corridor now. You know, we're like wasting it, but that is the point. Yeah, so now do we want to go... I think we have enough steps that we can go back to the chapel and then see what's going on there and then come back up. So I do think it's likely we're going to need keys anyway to actually do to get that gym door open. So we can either do Boudoir or Dark Room. Boudoir at least gives us a gem. Then we're in the Foundation. Door's locked. So we... Oh no, we can't do that. No, technically we could do that. Okay, so now we do Dynadym, lets us go multiple ways, and... Yeah. We get a key. Then I want to go this way first, because it gives us more options to potentially go right and get like one more dead end. Okay, so we have multiple... Yeah, this is kind of not good. We can spend a... You know, is it worth to spend a gem and let us go down, but it doesn't... We don't know what that is. Whereas... Oh no, that goes up. Okay, we'll do that. We get apple. The workshop, the library. Okay, so we could... I guess the library will have our book. The workshop. Can we put together the sledgehammer and the gear wrench? Oh, actually, so we can make... If we get this, we can make the workshop more common. Which I don't even know if that's like a good thing to do. Because the workshop is useful when you want it. But... Can I look at the... I wish I could look at the detective to see... I want to see what the other gear rooms are and like which ones are... You know, you'd actually want. I think I might do observatory. Even though we're using the gem, there's a high chance we'll get at least something back. Because we have a lot of stars. And when I say we'll get something back, there's a chance we'll get a gem back. Okay, so that is the... That's keys. And then I don't know what this is, but this is not... the evil guy. Okay, Canadians are more likely to contain special flowers, which means we get more gems. If we have any Canadians, which actually don't, so... So... I hope we can't get the pool, because if we had the pool, we could check out what we actually bought. Yeah, so we have to now go... So... Yeah, I mean, Lavatory has nothing, but the bunk room, I guess, it technically has a chance to have something. I mean, the Lavatory might also have a chance to have something as well, but... Yeah, there we go. Better than had 2 gems in it. Nice. So now we are heading all the way back to, I mean, just here, I guess, actually. Yeah, so again, it's like we're spending a gem, but we have a high chance of getting a gem back. Whereas that, I mean, that is kind of pointless. So we did get a gem back, and a key, and a salt shaker, which means food is more. And we also get a lockpick set, which means we don't have to spend as many keys. Okay, so now we're going all the way back. Yeah, because we can't go down. And then I guess we should go outside and check the orchard. I do think the game is going to have some kind of wordplay thing where when it says there's 2 white these, or whatever it said, it obviously does not actually mean these that you think, you know. It was like, oh, it actually means something else. Okay, so keycard, which we can't do. But we can lockpick this. We can't lockpick this, but we can use a key on it. And we get the kitchen or the lab. I guess we do the lab just cause. I was thinking, like, what's got a chance of having a gem in it? Okay, yeah, so now we can make the lab more likely to appear. Do we even care? Because the lab, the good thing about the lab is the computer. But we can access the computer from any other computer. So actually, I kind of don't actually know what to do. You know, like, do we make, is making it super there, is that going to be, like, awful? I'm like, what do we need to, because we've done the puzzle in there, you know? Is there any... Yeah. So if we've done the puzzle, and the only good thing about it is the computer, but we can get the computer from the shelter, from the security, from the office, and then maybe even from the grotto. I'm not sure about that, but maybe. Would it be a bad thing if I just made it super there? So then we'd get more into this and things. Matt, if you say yes, I'm going to click yes. That's how, because it's basically, I think I'm like, I want to do this, but I don't want to, like, be stupid and mess it up. So if even one person gives me the go ahead, I think that's not a bad idea. Oh yeah, I guess, yeah, because there might be like, because obviously I think that I've solved the only puzzle in there. Even if I made it unusual, which is kind of the best of both worlds, where I'm making it there but not like crazy. Because what's that? Is it? There might be a letter or something. I don't think it's a big deal. You could always find it again. Yeah, I'm happy. I'm gonna do it. Okay, so what was it on? So it was on standard, wasn't it? Yeah. So even making it unusual would make it just a little bit, but I don't know. I'm happy to. You know, if I have to delete my save, I'll do it. Yeah, I don't actually see any. I guess this is the thing. By going in, we can now see. Oh, I forgot there's actually this this puzzle I was meant to do. But I mean, this might be the last time we actually look at this. So let's just have a quick check. Yeah, so that's just like lore about how the game actually works. And then that is the puzzle for. I mean, okay, so this is the puzzle, this is the freezer puzzle that tells you at 0 things start melting, and at 20, maybe 19, it's saying, everything gets... yeah, because I was like, I don't know what that is. Yeah, okay, so if I have a magnifying glass, I could see something there. So we might never see that, but I feel like it's going to say something like, everything will melt. Do you know what I mean? Like, complete thaw. I don't know. Wait, obviously it's not like, I mean, what rooms are there? Confidence, unusual, freezer. Yeah, so the freezer is there, and we've had that multiple times. And actually, specifically, I choose to not get that sometimes. So I feel like it is going to show up. We might have done something stupid, but how can the pool be standard? I never get the pool. Boiler room, unusual. Maybe things are not as there as I thought. I don't know. Because what we're making the lab disappear for now, because then we can start to explore the other places, and then we'll understand how to change it more often. That's the thinking. Yeah, just one last time. Let's just have a little gander. Get the coin. This fake thing. Yeah, so what else can you actually do on this computer? You got the experiments. You can look at your past experiments. You can stop the experiment. You can log in to the computer. Oh yeah, and logging in is... These are all the same thing, or no? These are access. As you know, I've been collecting temperature related... Okay. Guy went in the freezer. Okay, so now we've got information that the reason that we were melting things in the freezer is because there was a furnace there. However, if we get the furnace next to the freezer, it'll go higher. And then this is lore about the grotto. And then this is lore about the game. So I'm happy with staff services. Yeah, this is not... that's something else. So, potentially goodbye to the lab. I guess the thing is, it is a power room. Maybe that's like something that is why you'd want it, but I don't know. You know, we're having fun. So, yeah, I mean, like, that it cuts off from that chamber. I don't think we're getting to that chamber today. So we'll do the library, and then that gives us our book that's arrived. So, December 14th. Okay, it's a big long book, so I'm not going to read this all out, I'm just going to skim it, but... This book was gifted by Simon P. Jones, that is me. Okay. There's only one path, you have to get a hallway, you only get dead ends. Are dead ends bad? Let's talk about dead ends. Didaxis. Okay. A dead end is any room that lacks another door by which to exit. You should avoid. Okay. Okay, right. I feel like there's going to be things that I've like learned. Each dead end removes a floor plan. The more dead ends, the less likely. Yeah, I got that. But that's actually good. That's exactly what I've been doing. When I started the game, I had to die to get that bottom left room from the top to get a dead end. But the game's telling me things that I know. Okay, the tomb. Yeah, so if you get the tomb, then you get money if you get dead ends. There are 8 Agerian angels. Okay. And then that's Vea, the servant person. Daxis, the after. The tomb isn't only dead end, there's also 8 outer rooms. The schoolhouse, you will get gems to pay for classroom, whereas on Hovel, you'll get steps. The Hovel, Grounds for Termination may have been a play on words for the title of this article, but it certainly wasn't a joke to former groundskeeper Denny the Vain, who made his home well employed on the estate in his humble bedroom. He lives in the Hovel. Okay. Groundskeeper Tool Shed, dating post. Okay. Loot cellar. See, it says when winter arrives, these stored goods are frequently traded back. But like, so it's December 14th or whatever. So I wonder, now if you keep playing, if you get to like day 250, and it's like summer, does that do anything? The bomb shelter. Okay. The shrine. The last several days. Okay, yeah, so that's what I was talking about earlier. So we have, when you draft a mechanical room to trigger your experiment, when drafting instead of picking a floor plan, you can pick a berry if you do it after the... Okay. When drafting, instead of picking a floor plan, you can pick a berry. If you do, draft a random floor plan from your draft pool, discarding the rarity. What? For each different type of spread that you do, add a dish, add 8 courtyards. After you have to read them, if you get gems, if you call it a day, you will get that room in the next day. That's actually good, I think. Like, so is that the first? If you call it a day in a room on your estate, you will draw that room while drafting from the grounds the following day. So when it's drafting from the grounds, does that mean it's either in the outer room, or does it mean it's in the very first floor? Or do you pay 1 gem to spin floor plans? Each time you draft a shop, you get a die, gain 10 gold whenever you roll a die. Okay. Top 5 dead ends. The attic. If toolshed is good, then attic is good. Even at a steep gem, okay. Study's good. Coat check is good. The hovel is good. Secret passage is good, even though it's actually a dead end. Okay. On January 20th, 1989, Taro Martes shocked the world of architecture by drafting 19 dead ends in one day. Can you beat the record? Draft 20 or more dead ends in a single day, and you could win 200 gold and the trophy of sweepstakes. And again, we need the magnifying glass here, because there's terms and conditions. But you actually can kind of read it. What I'm going to do, this is not intended, but they're like all the other things, I don't think you can zoom in to see. So what we're going to do, I just want to see if this actually does work. Okay, so if we, I don't really know what the best way to do this is. If we just make this huge. Okay, we have eligibility, the dead end, like sweepstake or dead end contest, Fen Aries. Yeah, so it's possible to read it, but not. That's the name of the book. Employees of Drafting Strategy. Go to the mail room to get the prize. Okay, so I mean that is something. Should probably, like, we could look at it that way, but I think we should just wait until we get back here with oh no, but we need this with magnifying glass. That's annoying. Okay. Now you've learned about dead ends. As you venture forth, remember there is a certain beauty in the macabre. Embrace the challenge of designing spaces. Okay. So, did I learn anything? I would say no. I mean, I've learned that this guy is called Daxus and she's called Vea. And that's it. But... And I mean, that might be relevant, but also at the point, I actually kind of can't be bothered. Writing that down. But they're kind of easy to remember in a way. Okay, so we got the bookshop, but no. Yeah, I mean we have to. So this is interesting. So basically when I said before about how I was looking at hints for the honor them, I also did that for the gallery. So I now know all 4. I didn't solve these. I think these might be one of the worst puzzles in the game. But I now know the answers to these, so we could go in and do that. However, that would end our day, and the bookshop would let us continue. Like, at least a little bit. And we could get the gallery again, so I think we'd just get the bookshop, just to, even though we can't actually do anything, we might get something we can do. And it's that simple. Okay, so we need a lot of money for the books. Okay, so... Oh yeah, no, I didn't realise we'd be out of gems. Oh, okay. That's fate, isn't it? We skipped the gallery so we could get something good. And then the something good that we got was the laboratory. There might be something good in here. Yeah, but actually, I can't remember what you get for finishing the gallery puzzle, but I do believe it was just gems, so I feel like I'm not too annoyed about missing that. Yeah, so just double checking. That shot off, that shot off, that shot off. Yeah, so we made it. It's weird how the bottom left is so empty, you know, we never managed to get there. Yeah, so do we have enough steps to get out? Hopefully we do. We have the dining room somewhere, don't we? Yeah, I don't know if we... We'll see if we can get it. Because what I would like to do is quickly jump outside and have a look at... We'll just go this way. Have a look at the orchard. I don't think it is going to be there, but you know, that's the only place I can think of. Yeah, and now back in the chapel, we want to actually quickly go back up. And actually, I don't think we need to do this, but just so we don't run out of steps like accidentally, we may as well go here to get some... I don't know what it is. A stew pie. It's like mashed potato. And we get a one more step, of course. Yeah, and now we can head back all the way outside. We don't have the coat check, do we? No, we don't. Just because we could have left. I don't know what. We actually have a bunch of items. Wait, actually, where did their money go? Oh no, yeah, we bought the swim dunks. Because I was thinking, because we could buy the moon pendant, but we don't have any money, and I was like, what, how? I will quickly check the inventory. Yep, we did not miss anything. And then back outside. I guess, so what was the exact... Find among the white trees under 2 stones. So, I mean, that's the thing. Technically, it doesn't actually have to be in the orchard. It just has to be... I mean, you would assume it would be outside. It could be anywhere, but... White trees? Oh, okay. I believe we found our target. So it wasn't in the orchard, it's in the campsite. I wonder if you can find... You must be able to... If you can just, like, find this... without having to look at the thing. Like, without having to actually find it. Okay, so there... This is where we're... Oh no, it's here as well. Okay, so we're searching here. Under 2 stones. Oh, do you know what? We probably need a shovel, don't we? I don't know, because I was thinking it'd be like Shawshank. Where there's just like... You know, we actually want to look under a stone, but it does seem more likely it's going to be a... Yeah, I mean, this does seem... Find among the white trees, under 2 stones. It does seem like it will be here, but... So how far it lets you go? Yeah, I feel like it would have gave us the X button, you know, like the finger. It's weird how they're not these don't actually look very different, like there's no like X or anything. So I'm not sure if this is it. I feel like it's very likely, but I don't know, I guess we can just do that. You know, that's the thing, I kind of don't want to like waste days. What I was thinking is, if you actually wanted to like solve this puzzle, you could just wake up, go to the outer room and get the tool shed, and then hopefully you get a shovel. And if you don't, you can just call it a day. But I kind of like that. I don't want to like waste a day just to do something. It kind of feels like against the point of the game, but I do also kind of want to do it, you know? Yeah, it does seem like, I feel like that is where the thing is. And either I just can't find it, you know, it is somewhere slightly different, or we need the shovel or the dowsing machine or something like that. There's actually the metal detector isn't going off, but yeah, now we know where that is. And actually, yeah, so I'll add that actually to the note. We'll do next to camp site shovel ? Shovel. And then we're at a good place I wish you could actually, can you do that in here? I think the game would be so much, the game would be like a 10 out of 10 if you could call it a day from the actual campsite. Yeah, so that is it for today. We actually went a bit longer than I thought I would. I do wonder, when are we going to get to the point where the game slows down and I do just do it off Twitch? Because I feel like today, actually, like if we actually were to say, what did I do today? I got some letters delivered. I kind of worked out some of the freezer puzzle. And I kind of worked out that part. And it's like, you know, it's 2 hours of not much. But thank you, Blink, I appreciate that. I just feel like at some point it's going to get like pulling teeth where I just have no clue what to do. Yeah, so like I say, every week I will be back on Monday, and actually should be this time, you know, we're locking in. Because I'm hoping to get a video on Marvel Cosmic Invasion. I feel like it was meant to be today, but it most likely will be tomorrow, and it might even be like Sunday, Monday. Just because it's a game, because it's quite a short game, and I got the platinum ages ago, and today there was a new, like, it's like the X-Men arcade game. I think there's some kind of Spider-Man arcade game. There's a collection that came out today, and I believe it's meant to be a hard platinum. So I'm going to then upload a video on a similar style of game where this hard one comes out, so that hopefully people, you know, it's not like a clickbait thing, but you know, if you're playing the hard one, here's this easy one that was like kind of fun. Yeah, that's the plan. And again, I would like to, I've got a kind of April Fool's kind of video, but it will actually be a series video on Wednesday. Yeah. And then again, I've got I might actually just move it along, but I've got a video planned for Friday, but again, I might just cancel that and do like the 2 like big ones. But yes, on Monday, because like I said before as well, I want to do the those like platinums games that I missed from last year, and I don't know when to like take a break from blueprints and do them. So it might just kind of be weird. I might start doing blueprints, then a different game, then blueprints, different game. But you know, we will see. And I appreciate everyone who hung out today. I think we had more viewers today than like ever, which is kind of crazy. I feel like there's you need to get an average of 3 people over 4 days, I think it is, to hit the Twitch partner thing. Not partner, but you know. So I feel like today, even though in the game we didn't make much video with this, hopefully on Twitch we did. And then that means, I don't actually know what you can do, but you can do like channel points and stuff like that, which will hopefully just make everything more exciting, I guess. Yeah, thanks for hanging out. Yeah, like I said, on Monday, the plan is on Monday, we'll be back for a full session of blueprints. A full day of blueprinting. Yeah, thanks for everything for hanging out.